The Endymion Extravaganza 2013, brought to you by Whitney Bank.
A parade in and of itself, the Parade of Bands, which is the opening act to the Endymion Extravaganza in the Superdome. Quite a show, and what a thrill for these kids, even the college kids, to come and enter this room with these 15,000 crazy people.
Well, they probably marched in parades before, but they're like, we're not in Kansas anymore. This particular band we're looking at now, if it's the one on your screen, is from South Carolina. They come from all over the country, all over the state to perform in this, and it's quite an experience, that's for sure.
Well, you know, 6 days ago, the Super Bowl was played in this very building, and, you know, you're very much aware of that as you come into this room. I think anybody who comes into this building the first time, first of all, you know, by now, I think a lot of New Orleanians have had occasion to be on the Superdome floor and not just in the stands for some show or something, but it is such a big place. And you don't really get the sense of it until you're on the floor looking up. I wonder how many calories the flag bearers wave off.
Well, you know, probably about 500 every 15 minutes.
I think you can eat anything you want today. I don't know how many people in the crowd were aware that this would happen this way. It's been announced by the public address announcer, Jerry Romig. But, you know, I think people are kind of, it's a nice little warm-up. You can tell people are kind of into it.
We're looking now at the Band of Blue. This is Colton County High School, and they are out of South Carolina with that handy-dandy flag work they're doing there. You know, as people mill around waiting for the floats and watching the bands, there are a lot of high heel shoes and a lot of long dresses to deal with. And Meg Gatto checked in with some people who were trying to make sure that their stay here was nice.
One of the most important things to know about an Endymion Extravaganza, you always want to be comfortable. Perry and Sam here have the right idea. You guys have on some comfy shoes. Now, how did you know to wear these comfortable shoes? You've never been to Endymion before. It's going to be a long night. You want it to be comfortable. And lots of dancing. Yes, lots of dancing. I like the Converse look with the tuxedo. That's a good look.
Yeah, it's actually what we wore to my wedding. So I can't tell you how many times I've come home and I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have worn the tuxedo shoes you're in. And it's like, I'll just wear my own. Lucky they just let us in. That's all you really got to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want anything holding you back from catching those beats or from dancing up a storm, right? Right, we're ready for Kelly Clarkson. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night and stay comfortable. Comfy shoes, that's the way to go. Don and Nancy.
All right, thanks, Meg. We are, by the way, not at Brother Martin yet, but as we look at the Heritage High School band, but they announced Brother Martin, and I think we have some Brother Martin alums here because there was this roar that went up.
School pride, that's for sure. The Heritage High School band is under the direction of Mr. Doug Blevins. 130 members brought here today, making their first appearance in New Orleans tonight.
They're good. I'll tell you, we've had times when Endymion made it here by 9 o'clock, but they just, with the exception of the big float that had the issues I mean, they just flew this evening. The only time I recall them doing this was when we had a rain threat. And, of course, tonight might be the one night that for the remainder of the season that we don't have that. But you will not have long to wait before we start seeing floats again. And a whole different atmosphere, as you pointed out.
And even though they said that they had some problems with that Pontchartrain beach float, you know, it's still doing great. As we look at the Brother Martin High School Band and the Central Union High School Band will follow them.
And we shall listen in. There will be no catching your breath tonight. You know, there's a strategy involved in this where the band is a way for you to stop, put your arms down, calm your voice. That will not happen this evening because no bands after this.
No bands at all. And we will be right back with more of the Endymion Extravaganza as we look at the parade of bands. What a sight. We'll see you back here in a bit.